In this video, we are going to build a customer relationship management service business startup known as CRMs with Powerteams. Hi, this is Felix from the YouTube channel Felix Powerteams. I want to expand the conversation on building your CRM-based Powerteam startup. We will explore 10 different business models and niches you can build. We will learn about CRM platforms and the best use for its niche. And we will talk about why this is one of the most practical startup paths today. This is not a theory. There is enormous value starting a CRM business in the real world today. If you are new to the channel, I want to invite you into the new era of doing business. I believe the partnership style business models we call Powerteams will be more competitive and effective than traditional hierarchy business models. Powerteams will overtake the market, especially those business niches in the service markets. Perhaps you have a startup idea or want to join someone else's startup idea. Well, this video might just be the most important video to make that opportunity happen. Let's get back to the video and build some Powerteams. I will include this article in the description below so you can download it, take some notes, make some highlights, and get you started on your next startup opportunity. So the core problem in the market. Most businesses don't fail because they lack ambition or effort. They fail because chaos and or the lack of systems. So just think about doing redundant things over and over again or no clear path on how to solve a problem. Maybe you have a situation where it's delegated between a lot of people and it could just be streamlined and systemized in a different way. It seems like it's overly complicated than it should be. A small task or a small issue becomes a multitask, multi-problem, bottleneck. You know, there's just a lot of things blocking it from getting it done sooner than or faster. So across nearly every industry, local services, agencies, consulting, coaching, B2B sales, and startups, the same problems show up. So here are the problems that we're trying to solve in the market. Leads are lost or never followed up on. Happens all the time. And I'm on sales, so definitely I can confirm that is true. Customer information lives in emails, texts, spreadsheets, and memory. So not putting it in a central place where your whole team can view it is very maybe risky, but it just doesn't help anybody. No visibility into pipelines or operations. Manual admin work drains time and energy. So think about doing something over and over again, like maybe you are just putting in a description of a scope of work. You do it as a salesperson, then the operations people do it, then the fulfillment team does it, and then it's either typed out or copied and paste without it being just automated. Inconsistent onboarding and customer experience. So each customer receives a different experience. Maybe you drop the ball and there's terrible customer experience on one of the onboarding process, and you don't want to repeat that. If you had systemized it for an optimal customer experience, something that's streamlined and easy and simple, maybe you can maintain consistency with your customers. Teams and partners are misaligned. That's a big one. Founders become the bottleneck of everything. So yes, so a founder can be tied up with a lot of responsibilities and they become bottlenecks for everything, especially if they try to do everything in the company or in the business. Businesses are operating on chaos and memory, not structure. So there's chaos, meaning there's a lot of running circles and things just seem like they're just overly complicated. Sometimes a duplication happens and miscommunication or lack of communication, then there's just no real procedures in how things are done. And CRMs are key to help with all of those things. So what a CRM really is. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management, and everyone should know that by now. CRMs are far more than contact databases. CRMs is an operating system for a business. It centralizes leads and customer information, and sales pipelines and deal stages is something CRMs can help. Follow-ups and communication history. So sometimes you can track activity and history within the CRMs, task ownership and accountability, automations and workflows, dashboards and reporting. So being able to view a bigger picture dashboard can be very key to know just how good or how ineffective things are happening. And then reporting can also help with that. So you can see trends. Sometimes it's on a percentage, sometimes it's sort of a bar graph, line graph, a chart of some sort. and you can make better decisions and assumptions on what the business is really going through with these dashboards and reportings. Powerteam startups become a single source of truth that allows multiple partners to collaborate without friction. So that's with the CRM startup model. Without a CRM, partnerships break down. With a CRM, partnerships scale. Why the market opportunity exists. Some important market realities. Okay, so this is pretty cool. So this is kind of like market analysis. Global CRM market is well over $100 billion and growing every year. Some of the biggest companies, small and medium-sized businesses, make up the majority of the market. That's understandable. Most small businesses buy software but fail to implement. We come in as their implementation partner. And maybe it's like a virtual service where we maintain that CRM and help them not have bottlenecks. Operations, automation, and systems talent is scarce. So there could be a scarcity in the CRM systems job roles out there. A business might be able to fulfill and do sales, but they don't have the machine or the complex machine to get everything kind of operating at a maximum effect, meaning that operations is kind of not so well integrated. Maybe it's marketing, maybe it's technology, maybe it's your delivery or fulfillment or customer experience, things like that. So CRM kind of builds this machine that integrates everybody and kind of keep them moving together. Business owners don't want more tools, they want outcomes. So that's 100% true. We don't want to sell a software, a product per se. We want to sell a productized service. So we bring in the CRM solution, but the real solution we're delivering, the end result we're delivering is elimination of chaos, and what's the other one? And elimination of memory, like not having it somewhere, or transparency and lack of memory. This creates a massive gap between software availability and usable business systems. That gap is where CRM Powerteam startups win. Yes, software availability and usable business systems would be the Powerteam system. So we'll talk about how a Powerteam can help other businesses or our own business and how it can be formed. Why CRM startups work so well as Powerteams? So we have the ACT-D framework. CRM startups scale best when built around clear functional ownership, not job titles. The simplest and most repeatable structure we use inside Powerteams is the ACT-D framework. Is what I believe is the most important team founder organization, like an org chart of a business or a company. It has a quadrant of 4 parts: your admin, your commerce, your tech, and your delivery. So with admin, you have operations and resource management. You can think about anything that has to do with the business model, the cash flow models, how you're gonna bring in revenue, how you're gonna move it, human capital, how people are going to work in-house, and how you're going to try to deliver customer experience. All those designs start within the admin, and they operate and sort of gear the business. So it starts with admin, then it goes to commerce, which is your marketing and your sales. This is where you start to think about branding. How are you going to get recognized, get known out in the market? How is your sales process going to be like? Is it going to be one-time sales or recurring sales? So all those things will happen in commerce. Tech can mean a lot of things. At its simplest, it means technologies and systems. This can mean whether you're the expert in using this specific CRM platform and you are onboarding all the people inside the company, all the in-house partners, and you might also be helping with tickets and customer support when things happen. Sometimes that has a lot to do with marketing, but it can also do customer experience. AI can help out a lot with that. So it's a very important role. And companies with technology tend to have a higher evaluation than companies without tech. So think about evaluating a local restaurant versus evaluating a local agency. If an agency can use technology and get customers and help sort of compound and serve more customers without necessarily bringing in more people and not being stuck to that same geographic city or location, it's going to have a higher evaluation than a restaurant who is human capital constraint. It's got location constraints and resource constraint with food going bad, and it also has a J curve, meaning that before you actually make profit outside of the equilibrium of money or revenue that is, or sales that have to happen before you can be above water. The operations and resource management, the admin role owns order and consistency. CRM support this role by centralizing customer information or customer data, managing task reminders and workflows, creating SOP and standardized procedures. So this is kind of how you create that business model that a lot of people have maybe read about, like creating systems or standards to help you be even more productive, tracking onboarding, renewals, and support, reducing manual admin work through automation, resource coordination across the team. Without strong admin ownership, businesses feel chaotic. With it, businesses become predictable and scalable. Essentially, you probably don't have a business without a good admin role, and CEOs tend to be the admins. CFOs might step into some admin decisions as well, so your financial officers, but business managers, CEOs tend to be your admins, and in the founding phase, the visionary is usually also highly involved with admin. Your commerce role, which is your marketing and your sales. The commerce role owns growth and revenue. So managing lead capture and pipelines, automating follow-ups and nurture sequences. That's got a lot to do with branding. Branding is more than just like your name and your colors and anything else. Branding has to do with market awareness. Are you proactively easy to find? People have a good impression on your reviews, things like that. So all of that can definitely be leveraged, or CRMs can definitely help leverage your marketing. Tracking conversations, deals, and closing rates. Improving conversations through visibility and data. Yes, this role stops guessing and starts selling with clarity. Very important role. The founding visionary usually is a sales person because they have the vision, the business, they want to start this business. So usually, more times than not, there will be the salesperson. Sometimes they could be the delivery role. Maybe they want to start their own painting business because they want to have a business and make more money, but they're just good at painting, and that's how they do the startup, which is fine. They just find a sales partner in that case. So next we have your tech role, and that's technology and systems. The tech role owns infrastructure and leverage. Now, infrastructure is huge. A lot of times we don't think of infrastructure and technology in high regard in the value it really should, but it's all leverage. It's all leverage. So building automations, and automation can be when you put a lead in, there's systems and workflows that make them a marketable lead, meaning that they get maybe touched by emails, by text messages, by videos. There's pixel trackers in their websites or usage on how they operate when they go into your websites and things like that. So there's a lot of things that technology and infrastructure can do for you. Integrating tools and platforms, maintaining system health and performance, turning manual work into scalable systems. So once you type it up, you don't need to redo the typing. You can just scale with the systems. So it becomes a transparent, dynamic component that some person puts it in, does the input, and everybody else can see the outputs. Now it's in this phase for a follow-up. So it's something that can just work, and it's very powerful. So that type of infrastructure is very complex, and luckily most CRM systems allow us to do very complex things like that. So this is the role that creates leverage. One system built once, reused many times. Exactly. So delivery role. So fulfillment and execution. So this is the hands-on part of the company, of the startup. The delivery role owns results and customer experience. So CRM supports this role by managing service delivery stages, assigning tasks and ownership, tracking progress and completion, ensuring consistent fulfillment every time. So this could look like you go out to the job site and you perform the service, or they call it in person, it can be on call, it can be through Zoom. There's a lot of ways you can dynamically deliver a service. Usually it takes human capital, so human hours, labor hours to do this, but it's an important part to satisfy that sold or that product that was purchased. So why Act D works so well? When the admin, the commerce, the tech, and the delivery are clearly defined, partners stay in their strengths, accountability is clear, clients get consistent experience, the business scales without chaos. The CRMs become the coordinating layer that aligns all four roles. So not just building a CRM based startup requires these four roles: the admin, the commerce, the tech, and the delivery. But any business out there that we can sell our CRM services to, they should, or we will help them identify the admin role and functions, whether that's a person in that role or a person that wears that hat in that role, the commerce, the tech, and the delivery. And then we build the CRM, productize a service so that they can operate with that clear understanding and finally be able to run their business with clear roles amongst each other, clear coordination that aligns all four roles together. When you have a CRM business and we're selling these services to a business out there, we are giving them clear coordinating alignment with their admin roles and responsibilities, their commerce roles and responsibilities, their tech roles and responsibilities, and their delivery roles and responsibilities. We might be that virtual assistant in that business as well. They might be understaffed. They might not have the employee to do that. So maybe we can just be their virtual assistant and charge for that. So that's an immediate high opportunity for us to provide that value. So here are 10 CRM based businesses, models, and niches you can copy and paste. Simply just take one of these, put them in ChatGPT, try to see what are the possible cash flow models for each. But in summary, these are the ones that came up when I was doing this article. CRM startup and implementation agency. So currently the company I work for, we had an onboarding when we switched over to HubSpot. It's the product, but there's this third-party agency that was a consultant in helping us get started and help us implement. So a team of about 8 people were on these calls. We're with this consultant, third-party HubSpot consulting business, trying to get onboarded and implemented. So that's a big one. Whether that's HubSpot or any other CRM, you can definitely do that. Onboarding CRM management and admin retainers. So that's more of like a virtual assistant. White label CRM SaaS business. So maybe we teach them how to use it. We white label the service, meaning that we give it our name. Go High Level is one of those popular CRMs that you're able to get this software, recreate it to your brand. So if your brand is CRM Smith LLC, you can create the software to say CRM Smith LLC, and then that becomes your white label version of the product. And you sell it and they use it, and because it's duplicated, you would know everything about it for any customer support and things like that. Automation and workflow agency. So this is where you sell maybe packages of one service at a time. Maybe it's a unique email campaign, maybe it's some sort of marketing campaign, maybe it's something that helps with operations. So it's a strategic productized automation. Fractional operations and systems partner. I actually am not 100% sure what this means. Let's ask ChatGPT. What is a fractional operations and system partner? So this is someone who owns the operational backbone of a business without being a full-time employee or a traditional consultant. Interesting. So it's sort of like a COO that built the whole system and is unique to the company, but it's usually a part-time partner that is embedded and is responsible for business systems, operational clarity, process design, execution, infrastructure, day-to-day coordination behind the scenes. So they build, manage, and maintain the systems that keep the business running. Think of them as a fractional COO plus systems architect powered by CRMs. Very cool. So you can be so good at this, that at your CRM, that somebody would pay for you to be part of their team, and you just do this part-time and are there for whenever they need it. Kind of like a accountant or a lawyer would be. Just an important partner. They're kind of behind the scenes as needed services. Niche CRM agency. So cleaning CRM agencies, contractor agencies, coaches, agencies, medical, and real estate are just some. But service businesses and trades, coaches and mentors and experts and agencies. So all of these can be a CRM adapted trade or niche product service. Sales pipeline and follow-up agency. So maybe it could be that all they really need, they might not even need the CRM, they just want something that works, and that's a sales pipeline and a follow-up agency. So you do the sales pipeline, maybe you manage the inbound leads, kind of like lead generation, and you set them up with appointments. Or it's a follow-up agency. They already have so many hundreds or even thousands of leads or prospects or contacts throughout the years that they just need follow-ups on. So it can be very important for them to have a follow-up campaign. Lead qualification and scoring agency. So maybe what they need are qualified leads and lead generation. So maybe it's you just give them leads. All you do is you qualify them and give them leads, and they pay you per lead, kind of like what Angie's List would do, or Thumbtack, or what other big ones, Home Advisor, all those lead generator websites would do. AI plus CRM automation agency. So that's a very cool one. So maybe you can create AI employees or AI agents, put them into a website of their own, and that's the product. Or you can even put that in the CRM that you're trying to prioritize for them. So AI is a big new opportunity for everyone, and even Powerteams will need AI as well. So it's a great opportunity to build a business in that niche for a revenue share, and we help you grow your sales force, your marketing force, or your delivery force, fulfillment force. Equity systems partner, that could mean a lot of things, but in this case, maybe they have no systems. They're not in technology. Maybe they're very traditional and old school way of operating. What if you just create this, agreement that whatever comes through your system as a systems partner, as a tech system partner, you get some sort of equity for. So maybe that becomes a very important piece of the business. Without systems, they're at 100%, but maybe with systems, they grow 50%, and you have some equity share of that excess 50% because it's trackable, very, very trackable. So CRM software stack and best use table. So those 10 CRM based businesses, you can pick one, or if there's one that you would like to think of, pick one and think about who would be that delivery partner. And maybe it's you and one or multiple of those partners, but that gives you a start on thinking about that CRM startup business. So put in the comments below, and maybe you will have somebody comment and want to partner up with you. So what are the CRMs out there? Like I said, there's a few CRMs that are more specialty towards a niche than others. And this is a quick table on the best use for these different CRMs. So Go High Level is a very cool CRM. It's a complete CRM, and its best use case is for all-in-one CRM, white label SaaS. So with Go High Level, you do have to pay a subscription fee. I believe the lowest you can go is $97 a month. Let's watch a short demo on Go High Level.
Welcome to High Level. We're an all-in-one platform that gives you everything you need to capture, nurture, and close leads like never before. In High Level, you'll find features like a full CRM, funnel, website, course, marketing automations, and email builders, consolidated email, SMS, WhatsApp, and social chat stream, reputation management, social media posting, and so much more. And the best part is, High Level is fully white labeled, which means you can brand the platform and mobile app with your logo and company colors, then resell it to your customers for a monthly subscription that goes straight into your agency's bank account. The powerful combination of software plus your service and expertise will drive your customers' retention and your profits through the stratosphere. Sign up for a 14-day free trial today.
That was awesome. High Level or Go High Level is great software. I've played around with it. I've built a couple websites in it, and I've used it. It's very easy to pick up. It's easy to learn, and it can do just about everything a service business would want, especially if you're a local service business or you're an agency. The best business models it supports by design are CRM agencies, local services, marketing agencies. So anything like that. So online, offline, and hybrids would be great customers for Go High Level. HubSpot. HubSpot is probably one of the best CRMs out there.
Welcome to the HubSpot customer platform, featuring powerful, flexible, and easy-to-use software built to help grow your business. Let's dive into how it works. Unlike any other solution, the HubSpot customer platform is connected. Each of our products supports different functions of your business, but they're all built on a single, unified platform. This means all your customer-facing teams use the same system of record. HubSpot's AI-powered smart CRM. That's how the magic happens, especially when you use our products together. With HubSpot, your teams will transform how they work. With easy access to centralized data, you'll gain incredible insight into each stage of the customer's journey, helping you focus on what matters most, your customers. Plus, with our world-class customer support, free educational resources, and integrations with more than 1,500 apps, HubSpot makes growing your business easier for everyone on your team. It's easy to get started. Choose individual products or bundle them together for the best value. You can also start with our free tools and upgrade as you grow. All right, I'll let you get back to growing your business. See you around.
HubSpot is a very complex but very high level centralized CRM, and it's usually a CRM used by very big companies. Like, I forget who are their customers, but they have huge customers. Another cool one is Google Workspace. Now, it's not technically a CRM, but it can adapt by puzzling different software into a CRM, and luckily it organizes in the cloud. So if you have a team of partners in a company, you can pretty much just start with what you probably already have, a Google account with a business workspace. Business workspace does cost it costs some money a month. I believe it's under $20, but you can do just about everything you need if you're just starting out and don't want to go into the paid CRM route, but kind of grassroot it and learn through Excels and Word docs and forms how you would want to use a CRM. It's actually what I use for this YouTube channel. I just put everything on Google's cloud through the drive. Let's see if there's a good video here.
Everything you need to get anything done now in one place. Introducing Google Workspace. Familiar tools, fewer distractions, more time to make it happen. Try it today.
So that was a little short, but you have calendar, you have email, you have Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Forms. I think it's called Google Sheets or Spreadsheets, and all of those work together. You can even have a Google phone number, and that'll just help Google Drive to save videos, pictures, other documents, PDFs, things like that. All those combined together can pretty much build a CRM. You probably want to be very organized and have a good process on how everything works together, but it can be done. So this is good for internal ops, admin systems, and business models it supports would be early startups, operation agencies, and Powerteams. If you want to start a YouTube channel, this would be what I would recommend, which is actually what I do for this YouTube channel. And Score app, this is kind of a new, not technically a CRM, I don't think, but it's new to the game and it does some CRM functions, and I think you will be very impressed. Okay, Score app lead generation.
Leads, appointments, presentations, sales, labs. This is a marketing idea that every entrepreneur should be thinking about. If you can add value to someone's life, then essentially what you're trying to do is find that needle in the haystack. You're trying to find the right person who would see what you do as very high value. You can solve problems for them, you can improve their life. But the challenge is finding that needle in the haystack. How do you find that right person? And the way that you do that is through leads, appointments, presentations, sales. Now, this is a very time-consuming and costly thing to do. So essentially, you've got to meet lots of people, share lots of ideas, ask them lots of questions. All of this sort of stuff takes forever. So we need a way of filtering or finding the right people. We've got to get people to engage with content that they're interested in engaging with. Maybe that's articles, blogs, books, videos, podcasts. They then need to signal their interest, that they're interested in that. So they can't be anonymous. If they don't signal some interest somehow, the two of you are like ships in the night. And then from signaled interest, they need to share with you enough data and information for you to know that they're the exact right person for you to be talking to. So what we've done is created a real system around this, and it's called ScoreApp. And ScoreApp essentially allows you to set up scorecards that link content into signaled interest into an exchange of data that allows you to find the needle in the haystack.
Very cool software.
Technology that allows good entrepreneurs, good people with good products and services to reach the right people, to find those needle in the haystack clients, and to engage with them in a powerful and meaningful way. At ScoreApp, we love the fact that if you can collect more data in a great and ethical way, you can make more sales. Go to scoreapp.com and you'll see how the technology works.
I believe ScoreApp does have a free platform. It's limited to all the things you can do to it, but it'll give you enough to learn. I've used it sort of like a needs analysis or a problem analysis on what you need and how we can help. It does have CRM components to it. It'll keep a list of people who are onboarding or capturing into this scorecard. And the cool thing about it is because you are essentially capturing this data when you do a follow, whether that's a call, that's a video, that discovery call, a two-step close call, you have a lot of important value information and specific sellable or specific converting presentations from that information. Daniel Priestley has been a big influence in Powerteam, so I got most of his books right there. And we will probably look into how to adopt a lot of the things that he shows as far as entrepreneurship and startups in this channel. So highly recommend ScoreApp. It can be a standalone CRM for marketing and sales and kind of a smaller team, but can also be an addition, a complementary CRM to all these other CRMs that I've talked about. So best use case, assessments and lead qualification. So that's your two-step or two-call close, usually higher ticket virtual sales type situations. Business model supported for coaches, consultants, diagnostic agencies. So yes, these are very cool because these are mostly online based services. They can be hybrid too. House Call Pro. So this one's a cool one because it's kind of down my alley of services and my experience.
House Call Pro helps you win customers, manage jobs, get paid, and run your business more efficiently. Now let's take a look at how it works for Mark, the owner of AA Home Services. With summer approaching, Mark knows there will be a high demand for AC installs. To get a head start on those jobs, he uses House Call Pro's Marketing Center to launch a targeted campaign promoting his latest AC deals. His customers receive the email and the responses start rolling in. After last summer's heat wave, one customer in particular has been considering a new AC unit, and she picks an available slot through online booking. Mark's office then handles that request using Pipeline, House Call Pro's workflow management tool that keeps leads, estimates, and jobs organized. They prepare a proposal with good, better, and best options for the customer to choose from, along with details on consumer financing. When the estimate is approved, Mark uses the voice feature to call the customer. The appointment is confirmed, the right tech is assigned based on availability, and the notes are all tracked in one place. The tech starts his day with the House Call Pro mobile app that supports him through every task, from uploading receipts for expense card purchases to sending on-my-way texts to customers. In the field, he tracks his time, uploads photos, and collects payments using the card on file, making the whole process seamless for everyone. Now back at the office, Mark checks the My Money page for a real-time view of customer payments and uses bill pay to streamline his financial management. He quickly approves payroll with House Call Pro's integrated time tracking, ensuring his team is always paid on time. As Mark preps for the busy season, he considers House Call Pro's business financing option to support his cash flow needs. He likes the flexibility it offers with the ability to pay the loan right through the platform and make repayments based on business performance. Now before signing off, Mark dives into House Call Pro's reporting suite, where he can quickly see all of his business metrics at a glance. That's the power of House Call Pro in action. From winning customers and managing jobs, to getting paid and staying on top of admin tasks, it has everything you need to run and grow your business from anywhere on any device. For more information, visit housecallpro.com.
So like we saw, this is a pretty cool CRM. It's more tailored to a field service operations, Perfect for trades like cleaning, HVAC, plumbing, masonry, concrete, roofing, paint, all sorts of trades, or all of the trades. Could probably also be great for commercial trades as well. Partnering up with somebody that wants to build a agency for House Cloud Pro customers. So all your services and techs out there. ClickFunnels is a very popular one. It's probably one that was kind of like a gateway CRM to all these other CRMs. They had a great marketing campaign. They became very popular for their funnels and offers.
I have a calling. Yesterday I realized I have to do this.
Well, today's the day that you change the world. ClickFunnels was built to remove the barriers to entrepreneurship so that dreamers can become doers. So that those of us who are crazy enough to believe that we can change the world, we actually can. And as that world changes, so do we. With over $10 billion generated by our users, we are so proud of what we've built, and we're excited to reintroduce ourselves. Hi, we're ClickFunnels. And when someone says, "What's a funnel?" we say, "What is it?" Everything is. It's how you make decisions on a daily basis. You're constantly funneling all of your activities through a journey to achieve the desired result. So in that sense, funnels are actually a mindset. It lets you see every tangible opportunity for growth and continuous revenue. A funnel in the digital space is something that grabs your customer's hand and leads them directly to the products they actually need and want. ClickFunnels is the only platform that empowers you to do this at scale. When you see it, you are going to love it. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, ClickFunnels is easier to use and more powerful than ever before.
This is going to be a game changer.
My first funnel made what my business would normally do for half a year. I was stunned.
Starting my own business really was a liberating experience.
Absolutely life-changing.
It feels like a movement, to be honest.
It's a whole new way to look at funnels.
You don't have to go through it alone.
It's not just the tool.
You got a whole community come with you. You don't have to worry about the technology. We'll handle that for you. Don't worry about becoming a great marketer. With our education and strategies, you'll unlock that. We've been completely reimagining how we serve you, our users. You'll notice the difference right away in the way the platform looks, how it feels, and how intuitive it is.
I can create from beginning to end my product, the funnel. Now with frameworks, you copy paste that same framework and offer it to your audience.
The resources you have access to, that's what makes it different.
This is ClickFunnels for the next generation. And we're excited to see how you'll use it to change the world in your own way. We have an incredible lineup of new features to roll out. Features that you've asked for.
In corporate America, we're just a number. And to have a development team that literally will sit down with you and have conversations about what can I do to make your life easier is massive.
You don't find that in any other company.
I'm blown away by the loyalty they have to their customer base. The rebrand of our software isn't just about looks. It's about you, the funnel hackers, so you can take your marketing to new heights, where software, education, and community will all be found in one place.
It's hitting at the mission of making millions of entrepreneurs.
I just can't imagine a better life. My plans are to go show my son the world.
I love ClickFunnels because it's all my people.
I'm so grateful to be a part of this family.
It's pretty amazing.
I want to invite you to see it for yourself. Explore the new features. Build your first or your next funnel. And remember, you're only one funnel away. So ClickFunnels is probably one of the first CRMs I had the opportunity to experience back when it was just about everywhere. Never really launched because I tried to do it alone. So that's what Powerteams is here for, to help you not do it alone. But as you could see, this demo wasn't really a demo. It was more about a branding, and it's very emotional, very motivating. ClickFunnels does that. ClickFunnels has created a business category, a entrepreneurship, startup, agency model that has allowed for businesses to implement systems and help them grow. It's what helped people like Alex Hermosi become who they are. They built a business on the foundation of ClickFunnels. A lot of people have done that, and they've carved this way and modeled other CRMs to follow along, and they become great CRMs at their niche. ClickFunnels specifically is great for coaches, creators, and digital products. A lot of sales are easy to identify through their ClickFunnels designed landing pages. So ClickFunnels is very awesome and made me write a takeaway here in my notes that I'll present later towards the end of this video. So
Now you say, okay, so I got a business CRM business niche that I want to work in, and I got software that I want to use. I got the niche, the model, and I got the software that I want to use. How do I present this CRM business? So this is a quick capstone pitch. Capstone is an acronym, and it's designed by Daniel Priestley that we saw with Score App. This is a pitch for starting a CRM Powerteam startup in case you are on the fence about this being your next startup. So think about this framework when you're pitching your service or want to start this startup. It starts with clarity. We build CRM systems and automations that turn chaotic businesses into scalable operations. Very clear to business owners. Authority. CRMs power every serious company. Most small businesses lack the skills to implement them properly. Let us be that virtual assistant. Let us help you implement a fundamental CRM software to help your business grow, to have consistency, so that everybody knows how to operate and actually be able to grow. The problem is businesses lose leads, they waste time, they burn out founders, and they can't scale because they lack systems. So instead of running into bottlenecks, let's solve those bottlenecks. Let's actually open them up so your operations run without complications, so that you can do business without complexities that were taking away your time, that were just getting in the way of doing business. So the solutions: we implement CRMs, automations, and workflows through a Powerteam model with clear admin, commerce, tech, and delivery roles. So everybody's got transparency, everybody knows what they're doing, and our CRM is set up in a way that you can go into an admin role dashboard, you can go into a tech dashboard, you can go into a commerce dashboard, you can go into a delivery dashboard and know what you are doing, especially if you're selecting the CRM that we recommend for your specific niche. The why or the traction: CRM adoption is exploding, but implementation talent is scarce. Demand for partners are in short supply. So CRM software is one thing, but implementation is another thing. Let us help you be a fractional partner. Let us be behind the scenes assistants to help the CRM do its job, and that's help your business run and grow and be on a foundation of scaling. Opportunity: so high ticket setups, monthly retainers, white label SaaS, automation packages, and revenue share partnership. So let's help you set up. Let's help you on a monthly retainer. Use our own CRM software. We give you automations that are specific and unique to your business. And maybe let's share revenue on what I can do, like the added business I bring on. I get a share of that revenue. Next steps: choose your niche, choose your CRM, define the active roles, build one repeatable offer, and launch with partners. So that's what we can do with this startup. Pick a niche you're going to focus on, whether that's trades, whether that's agencies, whether that's coaches, whether that's info product or online product. Choose the CRM, whether that's, we went through a few of them. Define the active partners. Maybe you're one of them, maybe you're multiple of them. Build a repeatable offer and launch with partners. So the essence: systems build businesses, Powerteams build legacies. You don't want this business to just, be another one of those that die within the next 1 to 3 years. You want this to be one of those businesses that in the next 1 to 3 years are are producing revenues in the millions, are a brand that is recognized, especially locally, or it's a big market player, it's a market leader in its industry and its market, and it's in demand. The Powerteam difference: the biggest differentiator isn't the software, it's the model. So you're selling the model, not the software. So anybody can go out there and buy ClickFunnels, get a subscription for $97, or they can go to HubSpot and it's free for its first tiers. There's a free tier and it's very complex, so it can do a lot of things, but it's not the software, it's the business, it's the model. Powerteams allow entrepreneurs to build together instead of doing it alone, stay in their strengths, share ownership and responsibility, reduce burnout, scale faster with less friction. Systems build businesses, Powerteams build legacies. So what is the legacy you're trying to build? Is it something that can be transferred? Can you finally get that time freedom that you want? Can you put a partner in? Can you put someone in a role so that you can leverage and build a company with people that you want to work with. Those are the best relationships, people that you do business with and it's so much fun that you just, want to do it all day long. There is a massive opportunity right now for people who can bring structure to chaos and build businesses together. So if this resonates with you, whether you're the founder, a freelancer, a consultant, an operator, or a systems thinker, this is an invitation to think bigger than trying to do it alone, than trying to do it solo and getting stuck. So comment your startup idea below, and who knows, there might be someone out there who wants to be your partner, who wants to work with you, or you want to register your Powerteam startup idea and launch it. You want to join this waiting list in the description below, and let's help each other build that Powerteam startup and launch your business in the next few months. So comment below, maybe find a comment and comment to that comment below, and we'll see you in the next Powerteam startup video. This is Felix with Felix Powerteams, and we build Powerteams. Post data. So here are some devil's advocate fears and doubts that you might have, and maybe give you some perspective. So maybe you might say, I'm not technical enough to run a CRM startup. Well, CRM startups are ACD based, not tech only. So admin role owns structure, the commerce role owns revenue, the tech figures tools, and delivery fulfills them. So if you're not tech, be an admin role and own the structure. Be a delivery and fulfill. So your fear or doubt could be, what if I pick the wrong CRM? Well, CRMs are tools, Powerteams are the asset. Skills transfer, systems migrate, and knowledge compound. So that's okay. You just switch over to the CRM. And really, you could start with one and gain a lot, and then move on to another one if you feel that it's being a constraint. But what if I don't have a strong sales background? Well, ACT-D framework separates selling from delivery. There is a commerce role that sells, so just find a partner that can sell it. There's admin and tech that deliver, maybe that's where you want to be. And there's delivery fulfills, like specific delivery service. And that's because most CRM founders fail doing it solo. Powerteams win because selling is a shared or owned responsibility or role. This is a pretty good one. Why won't a client just hire in-house? You're not staff, you're infrastructure. You reduce cost, risk, and ramp up time. That's why retainers and revenue share work. So at a high level, the meta insights, almost every objection is not about CRM software or business models. They're about identity, risk, trust, past failure, fear of complexity, fear of dependence. Our job is not to argue them away, it's to design a power team so these fears dissolve. CRMs startups don't fail because of software. They fail when people try to do everything alone. So here are some more trust, honest, and vulnerabilities. We design roles before we deliver ownership. Most partnerships fail because ownership comes before clarity. So first, let's just be clear about what we're gonna do. You're not trying to trap anyone emotionally or financially. Partnerships only works when accountability is visible. This communicates fairness, boundaries, and respect for contribution. We start small on purpose. Power teams are built with people, not pitches. So trust is built when structures remove fear. CRMs remove ambiguity. Power team culture removes ego-driven pressures. That combination is rare and deeply attractive to the right people. So adaptation is the real product. A CRM that isn't used is worse than no CRM. CRMs replace memory with truth. Every CRM exists to remove I thought from conversations. CRMs remove assumptions, reduce emotional conflict, create objective reality. Trust increases when truth is visible. CRMs turns chaos into predictability. Every CRM business sells predictability, revenue, follow-ups, delivery, communication. Every industry suffers from the same operational issues: lost leads, manual work, poor visibility, founder bottlenecks. Solve one problem well and reuse it everywhere. Value is measured by time saved, not features used. Clients don't brag about features. They brag about relief. They say, I finally feel organized. I don't worry about follow-ups anymore. My team knows what to do. That's awesome. Emotional relief is the real ROI. So we can deliver emotional relief. We are in a great position to keep scaling. CRMs succeed when they reduce fear and increase clarity. Powerteams succeed when structure replaces pressure. So I additionally wrote CRMs times Powerteam. Great software is greater than no software. Most CRMs are free or low cost. CRMs becomes the infrastructure of your business. CRMs are easy to use and easy to learn. All roles in a startup or a business benefit from CRMs. All CRM startups or businesses service implementation. I hope this motivates you to creating your first or your next startup power team with a CRM business. And even if it's not a CRM business, all of the businesses will need CRM as their foundation to run and operate their business. See you in the next video. Till next time.